Hello and welcome to episode 236, and it's April the 1st. No, it's not a joke, it really is, and I am out on the bank for 4 nights. Yes, that's it, from Monday just gone. Night fishing is now allowed. So today is a Thursday. I've booked today off work to get down to the lake before the bank holiday rush started, but I have actually already turned up to quite a busy lake. I am at Aspen Lake, which is now Syndicate. I'll talk a bit more about that later on, guys, but yeah, we're not fishing. I'm still mid setup at the moment, so while I crack on and I get everything sorted, I'll be back with you later on. So for now, let's go fishing. Now the rods are out, I'm just going to go through briefly with what I'm doing and the location I'm fishing. So as I said, I'm on Aspen Lake, and it is now Syndicate. It was Syndicate from 1st of March, so it's been Syndicate now for 4 weeks. So the membership kind of has gone from like 250 odd people that could fish it on day tickets and what have you, down to 55 people now, so it's no longer going to get extremely busy like it used to. Saying that though, it is bank holiday weekend as from tomorrow, and those bank holiday anglers, along with myself of course, have already turned up. The banks are already quite full. But anyway, when I got here, the majority of the anglers that was already here was on the roadside that I normally fish. I've come to the back bank where I sort of used to do most of my fishing when I first started here 2 years ago, mainly because of the wind. It is blowing an absolutely freezing northeasterly wind at the moment. So them guys on the road bank over there, they're getting it right in their face, and it is absolutely freezing over there. So when I drove round here, especially to the far end almost to where I am now, there's hardly any wind at all, mainly because we're sheltered kind of from the trees that's kind of behind the swim. So yeah, as you can probably see, it looks flat calm behind me. Go over there. It's like being at the seaside. So yeah, so that's partly my reason. I thought I'd come round here. It's the back of the wind, so I thought if the fish are sheltering off this cold northeasterly wind, they're going to be at this end of the lake. And when I drove round, I did see a few ripples in this bit where I've decided to fish. So I thought, yep, this is where I'm going to set my stall for the weekend. Well, for 4 days. So before I actually put the rods out, I did actually just kind of sit down, watch the water for sort of half hour, just see if I could see any further signs of fish activity, just so I could get some, you know, precise locations of where I want to put the rods. And I did see a few more swirls, so that is good at signs that the fish are up here. So, fishing wise, what am I doing? I'm going with PVA bags to start off with. I'm using the bait boat, even though I'm using PVA bags, just because of the stealthiness and the quietness and minimal disturbance that the bait boat is capable of. So, to start off with, I'm using quite big PVA bags. I've gone with the medium-sized quarter bags, so it's quite a big PVA bag. And the contents, I've filled it with, I've had a beaten harness stick mix that I already had made up. It was just some, literally that beaten harness stick mix. I've added some 2mm pellet and I had it dampened down with some matching oil and glug, so it was slightly damp to the touch. Then after that, what I've done, I've taken some beaten harness boilies, I've crushed them up in the old quarter crusher down to like mainly a powder, but there are still some bits in there. And then I've added all that stick mix and kind of boilie crumb together and made a kind of a stick mix boilie crumb mix. So yeah, quite a big PVA bag with that, and then before it's gone out with a boat, I've just injected it with a bit of a beaten harness food glug just for extra attraction. And that is it really. So right hand rod has gone down my left hand margin, sort of probably about a third of the way down to the next peg. Middle rod has kind of gone sort of straight out in front of me, slightly to the right, maybe at a 1 o'clock angle, and then to the left of me there's kind of almost a bit of a bay, so the left hand rod has gone out to that. It's all areas where I've seen some fish move. Well, I didn't see any fish moving down the margins, to be fair, but it's a margin. Margins are a brilliant place to fish to anyway, aren't they guys? So yeah, so one rod straight down the margins and that will probably stay there. And yeah, and then the other two rods went onto areas where I did see fish movement. So we're about midday now, lunchtime, so because it's kind of that time of the day when the rods have gone out, sort of a bit later in the day, I probably won't touch the rods anymore now. I'll just let them do their thing, and if nothing happens later on today, tonight, I'll redo them tomorrow. Right, sorry to waffle on a bit guys, so I just wanted to explain where and what I was doing. As I said, this is Syndicate now, this lake, so I wasn't umming and ahhing about whether to carry on doing blogs now the lake Syndicate. As most of you regular viewers will know, all my blogs are all about day ticket fisheries, you know, fisheries that you can all fish as well, where you can watch the video and go, oh, I wouldn't mind to go there. So I was like, do I carry on fishing here now at Syndicate? So I did put it to a poll. I did a poll on what was it, YouTube I think, and it was a 66% vote in favour that yeah, most of you did still want to carry on seeing me blog here. So if you're in that 33% that said no, then what are you doing watching? You didn't want to watch this. But anyway guys, so yeah, so that's that then really. Right, sorry for the waffle, but anyway, right, I'm going to sit back, chill, relax, and hopefully wait for one of these to scream off. Right and guys, all quiet so far. As I said earlier on, just fishing the PVA bags and no other bait, and that's how I'm going to continue for the rest of I'll tell a lie, it's not how I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue the rigs fishing like that. I'm going to continue fishing the rigs. I'm not going to move the rigs, but I am going to put in a bit of bait. That's confusing myself then. So yeah, I'm going to sort of do a few pouches over the actual areas where the rigs are, and then what I'm going to do is kind of generally pepper the whole kind of area as well, so that if any fish do kind of move into the area, then there'll be a kind of a wide scattering of boilies to hopefully kind of keep them just moving around but within my area, if that makes sense. So right, so let's go and do that, and then hopefully if any fish do move around in my area, this will keep them here. And guys, and as I said, my right hand rod, because it's just fishing down this margin, I'd be able to put some boilies, just thrown through the trees to put some boilies in round that rod. And guys, that's a little bit of bait put out now. So they're only 12 millers, so nothing too big for them to munch on. You know, we may be in spring now, but the water's freezing. It's still in winter conditions, really, the lake itself. So yeah, just little 12 millers we're due for baiting up at the moment. But, right, anyway. Fed the fish, now I need to feed myself because I'm getting a bit peckish. If nothing else happens in the night, I'm going to put my camera away now for the night because it'll probably be dark in an hour or so. But yeah, if nothing happens between now and in the night, then I'll see you in the morning with some sort of update. Right, I'll catch you later, guys. Oh, good morning guys, and a very quiet night it was indeed. Nothing but a few liners, the red alarm, the left alarm had the biggest liner because the bobbin has come up to almost the top, but yeah, few liners last night and that's it. So that would indicate to me if the fish are moving around, they're moving around a lot closer in than where I've positioned the rod. So so yeah, I've got to wind in soon anyway to go and use a facility. So when I redo the rods, I won't go as, you know, far back to the corners and the island margins what I've been fishing up to now. I'll just put them out somewhere mid-water-ish. Like I say, I've still got 3 nights to go, so I've got time to explore all this bit of water I've got out in front of me. So alright guys, just getting the old rigs ready to go back out. It's kind of 1 o'clock already. Had me wind in to go and sort of go and use the facilities. Had a bit of a chat to a few people who are on the lake at the moment. When I say a few people, I actually think I've stopped and chatted to everyone who's on the lake at the moment. Hence why I've kind of left it so late in the day in getting the rigs ready to go back out again. But yeah, the lake's fishing quiet. 1 cup did come out last night. It's a swim to the right of the bench with a 31 pounder. But yeah, for the amount of people that's on the lake at the moment, it is still quite quiet. But saying that, quite a few people have gone home today, so yeah, so it looks like I got down here early to beat the bank holiday rush, and then although it is a lot busier than normal, the bank holiday rush hasn't really really happened like you'd expect. So but yeah, carp wise the lake only done one fish last night, guys, so but anyway, yeah, we're getting these solid bags, sticking with that kind of mix I made up yesterday. The rig that's fishing in these bags is just a simple inline lead setup, Gemini stem, 2.5 ounce Avid bag lead, short 3-inch supple hook link, and then a beat banana dumbbell wafter as the hook bait. So I think the only change I might make is that when I put these bags out with the boat, I've got some hemp with me, so I might do a sprinkling of hemp in with the boat this time as well, just to add a bit of particle into the kind of the bait and approach mix. But well, anyway, that's one bag done. Need to do 2 more, and then we can get fishing again, because I have left it so late in the day. Again, once these rigs go out, unless any fish come along, these will be the bags that stay out for the night. So well, anyway, 2 more to go. That's enough waffle. Let's crack on. And guys, 3rd and final rod just about to go out. Give the old bag a boost of glug before it goes out. That's that. Already seen the margin rod go out. Middle rod I just dropped in open water about midway out. And as I said earlier on, because I was getting a few liners, if it was carp, they're obviously closer in than where I was putting them last night, so this rod is just going to go like about halfway out, but probably somewhere in the margin of the dam here to my left. Right, let's get this rod out and then we're fishing again. Good evening, guys. What's that timing any good fishing session on the old barbecue? Having it a bit earlier tonight because feeling a bit peckish tonight, so I had it a bit later last night. I sat here and I was thinking, oh, the old belly's grumbling away, so got a barbecue on the go a bit earlier tonight. But fishing wise, it's all quiet. Not even had any bleeps yet since the rods went back out. As I said earlier, because they're kind of fannied around earlier on, chatting to everyone, and left it so late in the day before redoing the rods. Not gonna touch the rods again, or, you know, redo the bags or rebait them. There's no need. I'm happy with how the rigs are, how they're presented, where they're presented. So yeah, they can just stay where they are. Anyway guys, right, I'm gonna crack on and have my barbecue. Got a couple of burgers, a couple of sausages here, and then when I've eaten them I've got a nice sirloin steak to go on. Right guys, hopefully I can see you in the night. The lake's a little less busier now, so I mean the swim next to me is free, but the one that was occupied earlier on has now been vacated, so I've got a bit less angling pressure up this side of the lake now. If that'll make a difference, I don't know, but anyway guys, I'm going to crack on, do me barbecue before I burn everything, which I'm halfway to doing already actually. Right guys, hopefully tonight will be a bit more active than what it was last night. If not, I'm not going to do any more filming tonight, so next time you see me it'll either be with a fish in my hands or it'll be the morning. Alright, I'll catch you later guys. There's my old mate Darren over there. The Fishing Nut 73 YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to him yet guys, just click on the link in the old top right hand corner now. But yeah, old Darren's over yonder way filming his little blog as well. But morning guys. No fish for me last night, but Darren from where he's fishing just gave me a ring and said, "Hey, I've got one." So I thought I'd just zoom the camera in onto him. He's just filming for his blog at the moment. There we go. There's Darren's fish. He's just done that for my benefit, I think. But yeah, a 24 pounder for Darren this morning. That's fishing over that pool which is still blocked off from the rest of the lake, so I think there's 55 fish being caught from there, and that was moved over from our part of the lake. But anything that gets caught from now on, they're just leaving in there. So right, there are still fish in there, but well done Darren. Nice one mate, at least your blog's not a blank. And then back to looking at my rods. I did have a bleep on one of my rods in the night. I think it was the white one, the middle one. It actually made me sit up and go, oh, and then nothing happened. So yeah, it was a proper little doodle-doodle-doodle. So yeah, probably just a savage liner. So you know, so that indicates there are fish up here, but I don't know, maybe a move is on the cards today. I haven't made up my mind yet. Right guys, if it looks like I've got a bit of different scenery behind me, it's because it is. I've had a move this morning, 48 hours in where I was, and I only had a couple of bleeps to show for my efforts up there, so so yeah, I've had a move. My mate Dave was in this swim, the bench swim. He'd done a few days in this swim. 17 tench he'd managed to get, a no carp, but yeah, it's but yeah, he done the off this morning, so guys up the bank let me know the bench swim was becoming available, and yeah, packed up my kit quick smart and got my van, just oofed it all in the van quick sharp with no kind of you know, just kind of chucked it all in, got round here, and yeah, we're now fishing the bench swim. I mean, this is the going swim on the lake at the moment, because I mean, you've seen it before in my blogs. As you can see up here, you got the channel that goes under the bridge and up to Bob's back garden, which is, you know, an out of bounds area for fishing to us lot. The fish know that, use it as a sanctuary, so when they do venture out into the main body of the lake, they have to come up that channel, and this swim is the first swim that intercepts them coming out of the sanctuary of Bob's back garden. So so yeah, so the rod's are already out. I didn't mess around filming any of the rods going out because I was doing a move. I just wanted to, you know, once I'd done the move, just get the rods out as quick as I could, so I was fishing again. But we've got two rods kind of up the channel, I'd say about a third of the way up the channel. One right side, one left side, and one rod on the corner of the island. So yeah, so they'll stay there for about 5 hours because it's Saturday night tonight, so that means it is a fish and chip night tonight. So I'll be winding in about 5-6 o'clock to go up the chippy. So yeah, so I've got another 48 hours of fishing, guys. So I've got tonight and Sunday night, seeing Monday's a bank holiday. So let's hope the second 48 hours, now I've done a move, can be a bit more fruitful, guys, because it did feel a bit like I was in no cut corner up there. But right, guys, the ducks on this lake, and I'm blaming the ducks, have just cost me a fish. As after the rigs went out, I had the ducks diving mainly on my middle rod up the channel, and I know they were picking up the rig because it was lifting up my bobbin and my bobbin was dropping, so they were, I've said a good few times they'd picked up the rig and dropped it. And yeah, but then the ducks kind of left it alone, and off they went. And then about 5 minutes ago, same rod had an absolute rip roar. It was running and running, alarm screaming, lifted up, nothing. I was like, what's happened here? Got the rig in, the hook was absolutely covered in little bits of weed and that, so I am saying that was a 100% a pickup, but where the ducks had been picking up the rig and dropping it, they've clagged up the hook and it hasn't been a clean hookup. So good signs that the fish are there. Bloody ducks! Right, guys, so as you can see, the rods are currently wound in, and that's because I went to go to the chip shop, as I mentioned earlier on, and when I got there, it was shut, so I ended up having a curry instead from the Indian across the road. But yeah, rods are just about to go out now. Wind's died off as well, so it should be a little bit easier to get the rods out now. The boat's not going to be battling the waves, but got my bags already made up, ready to go. As before, use the old syringe to just boost them up with a bit of beaten food glug. I'm not going to film the rods going out because we've probably got about I'd say less than an hour of light left, so I don't want to fanny around with filming when I need to get the rods back out, really. But anyway, guys, come on in. I'm going to move out of the way Look who's here fishing as well, guys. Socially distancing.
Hello.
It's Lee, guys.
Hello.
Lee's joined Aspen. This is first time on.
I have. And it is.
So yeah, anyway, right, I need to get these rigs out so I can see precisely on the spots where I want to put them up that channel while we've still got the daylight. It does still look nice and bright, but trust me, it's an hour and it will be dark because the sun's just dipping down behind the trees behind us. So right, and I gotta go because my battery on my camera's flashing away anyway. So right, I'm gonna crack on, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the night with a fish. Say bye, Lee.
Bye, Lee.
And guys, as we now see, the rods are out. I would say just in the nick of time. The last one probably went out about 20 minutes ago, but I'd say this does look bright. It's only because my camera is good at picking up footage in low light levels. But, yeah, I'd say about another 10-20 minutes and it will be dark. So, right, night number 3, but first night back in the bench swim. Hopefully this swim can be a bit more fruitful. After all, it is a swim that everyone wants when they come here because of the access it has to, you know, the fish coming in and out of the out of bounds area. So right, I'll be signing off for the night now, guys. So fingers crossed I can have something to show for my efforts, you know, hopefully, you know, make the move worthwhile and all that. But right, hopefully see you in the night, guys. Oh, good morning, guys. And yeah, no nighttime footage. So yeah, nothing happened, unfortunately. I don't think I was even awoken by any single bleeps or anything last night. So did wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning needing a wee, and it was cold then. The bivvy was covered in frost then, but wow, what a different morning today is, I can tell you. The wind has all but virtually died off. There's just an ever so gentle breeze. The skies are blue. There's a big yellow hot thing in the sky up there. Wow, what a difference today is to the last couple of days I've spent on the bank so far. So what, it's not even 9 o'clock yet and I'm already down to just my t-shirt. So, but yeah, unfortunately, fishing wise, the move hasn't proved worth the effort yet, but it is another day. Like I said, the water is still now, it is warmer, brighter, so perhaps them fish that I know reside in Bob's back garden for sanctuary, maybe now the weather's changed and the wind's died off, perhaps they might venture out into the main body of the water from today. So I think the last few days where it's been freezing cold and a right chop on the water, they've stayed back there where it's, you know, where there's weed in Bob's area. They've, you know, they've stayed there for warmth and comfort, and so yeah, so here's to hoping that, like I say, now the weather's a lot different, then fish might start venturing out into the main part of the lake. So rods wise, I'm not going to touch them until, well, it'll probably be the cooler nature that forces me to wind in sometime later on. But I'll just leave the rods sitting where they are for now, and so as long as you're confident in your rigs and in your bait and that, why would you need to move them? So right, breakfast time now, guys, and then hopefully I can get back to you sometime later on with a more fruitful update. Oh, say hello to Darren, guys. Oh, Darren's fishing in a match. Where are you, Darren?
Rude Ashton, near Devizes.
Rude Ashton. Oh, right. And are you winning?
No, I don't go fishing to win. No, nothing yet. Normal.
Right then.
What about you, Chris?
I'm still in my pre-baiting stage, ready to catch the fish later on.
Yeah, you'll get one. You'll get one. I've got great confidence, mate.
Right. Say bye to my viewers.
Bye.
Right guys, just getting the rods back out for, well, as it's pack-up day tomorrow, potentially the last time that they'll go out unless any fishy action happens, but yeah, one rod's out already. This is the second rod. I'm just getting ready, just putting a small little scoop of hemp in the bottom of the boat just for the PVA bag to sit on. I found sometimes the water would splash up through the bottom of the hopper, and just something like some PVA friendly hemp for the bag to sit on. If any water does come up through the bottom of the hopper, it just stops it from getting to the PVA bag and melting before it needs to. But yeah, this is the second rod about to go out. First rod's already gone out. I was chatting to Mark, who's on the fishing on the Match Lake today, and I was told him where I was fishing, which I thought was his spot, in line with a little bush up there. And he said, no, he said, I've got the right line, but the distance needs to be about a rod length more. He said, where I was fishing, it's about 5 foot deep. He said, you need to go an extra rod length, and it drops down to 7 foot. So if I get a fish off of that, then I'll have to credit Mark for that information to go on that spot. But yeah, this is rod number 2, which is going to go up the left hand side of the channel up there. So I'll probably send it out to about the same distance, I expect. It is a little bit deeper. I had all them ducks, I don't know if you can see them ducks, but I had them all diving on me yesterday, and I'm not surprised if I was only fishing in 5 foot of water. But if it is 7 foot, just an extra rod length or so, a bit further up the channel, that will stop them. And yeah, the first rod hasn't had any ducks diving on it yet, so yeah, that appears to be good info from Mark there. So right, anyway guys, I'm going to concentrate on putting this boat onto the spot where I want it. Right guys, third and final and potentially the last boat to go out of this session. So hopefully this last night can be a bit more fruitful. All the bags have had their customary injection of food glug before they go out, just to boost the attractiveness of them. So but yeah, here it goes. Alright, bail arm off. I've done that a few times, sent the boat out and forgot to take the bail arm off. Right, out the way ducks. For some reason the ducks here like following the boat out. They think they're going to get a free feed if they follow the boat. Third rod, just go to the corner of the island. The The spots I'm fishing are pretty much the go-to spots from this swim. Everyone who fishes this swim pretty much fishes the same spots. There we go, that there. Yeah, 2 up the channel, 1 on the corner. That's right. Bring the boat back home. Okay, so earlier on when I put the rods out, I said that would probably be the last time I touch the rods unless any fishy action happens. Where, thanks to the ducks that have been diving all over the left-hand rod, only the left-hand rod, they must have picked the rig up and dropped it half a dozen times now, so yeah, so it's safe to say, I mean, I wouldn't trust that rig now to fish through the night, but because the ducks know where it is, I'm not going to redo the rod yet. I'll wait until the last dregs of daylight. I've got some more PVA bags tied up, and then I think I'll just cast it out, just so that the ducks don't watch the boat go out or anything like that, because they do, and then that's where they know where to dive on your rigs and bait. So yes, at some point on the last dregs of daylight I will do the left-hand rod. All I'll do is I'll just pick the rod up, put the line straight in the line clip, because it's obviously already at the range I want to be. Wind it in, take that rig off, put another bag on, cast it back out there, and then hopefully doing it on the last dregs of daylight, the ducks won't mess with it anymore. But, yeah, bit of a pain, but 2 rods up the channel have been alright, they haven't messed with them. But yeah, been a bit of a pain. Oh well. That's all part of fishing sometimes, isn't it? Right guys, it's not quite as late as what I was planning. When I said I was going to re-chuck this left-hand rod because the ducks are picking it up. But there's hardly no ducks in the vicinity apart from them bloody 2 just in front of my rods, but yeah, there's 1 coot over there which isn't a problem. It's the ducks that have been diving on me, so yeah, while there's no ducks about to see where this is going, I'll get this rod redone now. I've already clipped it up before I wound it in. I just popped the line in the clip so it's at the range I need it to be. Perfect. Right guys, we are on the last dregs of light now. Just had a banging barbecue, so belly's full. But yeah, just an update really to say nothing's obviously happened yet. I'm gonna put the camera away now because it's getting a bit chilly and the night air, damp air's starting to come in now, so camera's gonna go away for the night. As I said earlier on, this is my 4th and final night on the lake, so hopefully something can happen tonight, but for now I'm going to put the camera away. Fingers crossed I can get to see you in the night this time, guys. Please, come on, please. Morning guys, and I have a fish. Unfortunately, not the carp that I'm after, but an half decent tench. I haven't weighed it, I don't know, around 4 to 5 pounder I guess, but yeah, left hand rod, the rod that I re-chucked yesterday after the ducks were picking up the rig. But so you might say this saves a blank, some might say it doesn't. I don't mind tench, so I say it does save a blank, but oh, warm southwesterly blowing, but yeah, it's a decent fish if you like tench. I do like tench personally. They do give a good fight for what they're worth, but yeah, I'm saying it saves a blank. And guys, so it's the final morning and I'm going to be packing up probably in about an hour, hour and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna wind the video up here, guys. Obviously I've had that tench, so it's not a complete blank. I'll leave it up to you guys whether you decide it's a blank because you're actually targeting carp, but I like tench. I don't mind catching tench, so to me it's not a blank. But yeah, it's been a bit of a tough one. These last 4 days while I've been on the bank, we've had this cold northwesterly wind blowing the whole time here. And yesterday it eased off and the sun was out, but it was still cold. Yeah, well, I don't want to make excuses, but I'm putting it down to that sort of northeasterly cold blast we've had the last few days that has killed the fishing. As far as I'm aware, in the 4 days that I've been here, just 2 carp have been caught, one out the main lake and one that Darren had out that back pond. So it has been slow, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to wind it up here, guys. No carp, but do you know what? After 3 months of no night fishing, it just felt good to, you know, be on the bank for nights again, to be in the bivvy. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, as long as you enjoy your time on the bank, whether you catch or not, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, after 3 months of no night fishing, it was just nice to be able to be back in the bivvy again. Alright, anyway, that's enough waffle. Not sure where or when I'm going to be fishing again, but till then, guys, tight lines.